Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen patch notes for the PTU patch 3.1.0k, released 26th of March 2018 at 10:55 PM UTC. The testing focus for this particular PTU patch was service beacons and stress testing for the servers, as well as the Reclaimer and Terrapin. However, the Reclaimer was disabled for this patch just before the patch went live. Feature updates for the universe. AI pilots may be feeling a bit chatty. There's been additional expansions to environmental missions. They've updated the CVI graphics and added EM and IR graphs to the UIs. They've also reduced the size of the merged pips. The bug fixes they've put in. Missile racks should now have the correct names on the Vehicle Manager app. The damage direction indicators should now be present in FPS combat. The Size 1 ballistic scattergun should now have audio. Entering the Freelancer from EVA should no longer appear to be offset. Transitioning from third to first person in the Terrapin should now be smoother. The wing weapons on the Hornet series should now no longer occasionally float away from the wing when the ship is in its landing configuration. The speedometer in the Cyclone should now actually work. There's been various performance fixes. They fixed 11 crashes, they fixed some server crashes, and they've attempted a fix for the server bottleneck, which is one of the tests, I suppose, they are doing with this patch. There is still the 40014 client crashes. If this happens to you, then you need to wait 10 minutes before you relaunch. And IFCS fixes are still pending. Also, if Star Citizen hangs with this patch, please wait for 2 minutes for the crash handler to detect. A hang is when Star Citizen window whites out, and you will see the Windows spin wheel indicating the program is not responding. In addition, all players start with a service beacon rating of 0. Please set initial requests to any, otherwise you won't see any requests. There is volunteer aggression testing ongoing on this patch too, so that you basically test to make sure the bug fixes they put into this patch are holding, and previous ones as well, I suppose. I'll link the survey down below so that you can get involved with that if you have access to that K patch. There are a few things with this patch. So, as I said, they disabled the Reclaimer for some testing just before that patch went live. It's a shame because the ship is awesome and amazing and huge, but they're checking out performance and entity spawning, seeing if the Reclaimer is causing any server issues. There are issues when you move closer to moons in this patch too, where frame rates drastically lower. This is probably some sort of LOD problem, or obviously something's gone wrong there. There are also server disconnection issues noticeably in this patch. However, performance in other locations has been pretty good for me, so it's hit and miss. Obviously, those are major issues that this patch has introduced with some of its fixes or additions. It's the typical ups and downs of PTU patches and testing, I suppose. I really want the IFCS and ESP to be getting more love. What I really mean by that actually is that I'm anxious to test them together more fully. Those IFCS fixes are essential, as is getting ESP fully working so that I can aim and fight and have that core combat experience. And it is much better than it was in 3.0.1, but that's not saying much. Like, it was bad in that patch, and yeah, we need to get those fixes down. We need them working together. At the moment, it's unacceptable. Hopefully, they will get the Reclaimer back in, IFCS fixes, and Moon's performance stable for the next PTU patch. It is an ongoing process, and they are making headway. Sometimes it's a few steps back to make some steps forwards, though, and that's what this patch seems to have done, but we will have to wait and see exactly what happens for the next one. But we are seeming to get a patch every day, potentially 2 patches in a day, which is some good going. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For March, it's for the Outpost Building Pioneer, donated by our featured org, Forgotten Heralds, a PMC with a history grounded in UEE military service. Their doctrine focuses on operational agility through in-game training and a friendly, active community, which you can check out from the links below. However, to be in for a chance of winning that Pioneer, you just need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and then comment on any of my videos made during this month. We also have an org spotlight up for the Forgotten Heralds, giving a bit more detail of their organisation, where I interview their leader. By watching that, you can also win a Terrapin, and that Terrapin will be drawn later today, so just bear that in mind. Do you have any questions about Star Citizen or Squadron 42, or the PTU stuff, or waves, or whatever? We are currently in the first wave of PTU access, which means Evocati, Concierge, subs, and the top 5,000 to 6,000 contributors on the issue council, or people that have played a lot of PTU builds previously have access. It will be going out to more waves shortly, so just bear that in mind, with a live build expected to come at the end of this week. A special thank you to my Patreons for allowing me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to Patreon as well as everything else we've discussed down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.